in Jersey City, New Jersey. Joe Gatti. Joe's a nice kid. Fought both as a middleweight and a junior middleweight during his career. Currently, he's ranked in the top 10 by all three governing bodies as a middleweight. I mentioned that the kid was born in Montreal, Canada. He was 5-time Canadian Golden Gloves champion as an amateur. And at 18 years old, he won the gold medal at the Acropolis Games in Greece. There he is, Joe Gatti. This is his third fight in 1993. He fought in March and knocked out Oscar Noriega in New York City in the second round. And in April, he defeated Nate Woods in Newark, winning a 12-round fight, rather a 10-round fight. So that's Joe Gatti. And Joe realizes he has the opportunity to really do something here if he could upset terrible Terry Norris. Well, Terry Norris, since he is considered pound for pound one of the great fighters in the world today, there he is, Terry Norris. He's putting his title on the line against Joe Gatti. But Norris, he's 35-3, 21 KOs. Fights out of Campo, California, and San Diego, I should say. And he's making his 10th defense of the WBC Super Welterweight title. Norris, as you know, is really a very ferocious, fierce fighter with knockout power in both hands. In fact, he's knocked out his last 4 challenges in 4 rounds or less. During his reign as champion, Norris has posted victories against an impressive list, a very impressive list of fighters, I might add, including Sugar Ray Leonard, Donald Curry, John Mugabe, Meldrick Taylor, and Maurice Blocker. So Terry Norris is a good one. A real good one. The fella you see with a cowboy hat with him is Joe Sliatovich. Joe has that first fighter squadron in Campo, California. And this is a real good one. Norris, by the way, originally from Texas. He's from Lubbock, Texas. Made his pro debut in Texas, stopping Jose Cordova in the first round. He earned his first title. That was the NABF Super Welterweight title in December of '88 with a knockout over Steve Little. He successfully defended it against Buster Drayton. He won his world title from John Mugabe. He defended it against Sugar Ray Leonard. So he's a real good one. You probably remember Norris fought in the '84 Olympic gold medalist and WBA welterweight champion Meldrick Taylor. Did a fine job in that one, defeating Taylor. And again, Norris has fought twice in 1993. In February, he stopped the 2-time world champion Maurice Blocker in the second round of that fight. As we take a look at the tail of the tape, you see that Terry Norris is an inch shorter, a quarter-pound lighter. Their age is the same. And Terry Norris has a 2-inch reach advantage over Joe Gatti. So the stage is just about set. And as soon as the American Network is ready, we'll be getting the opening announcements from our ring announcer, Jimmy Lennon Jr. And we are anxious to get this one underway. And don't forget, coming up, the big one, Pernell Whitaker and Julio Cesar Chavez. This Jimmy.
To our second world title main event, as brought to you by Don King Productions in association with Main Event Monitor, along with King Vision and SEC Pay-Per-View, and sponsored by the San Antonio Express News and Corona Beer. At this time, we present the WBC Super Welterweight Championship. This bout is sanctioned by the World Boxing Council, President Jose Sulaiman, supervisors at ringside Juan Sanchez and Dick Cole. Along with the Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation, the executive director is Jack Garrison. At this time, we introduce ringside Dave Brown, Newton Campos, and Gail Van Hoy. Introducing the referee in charge, he will be giving instructions after the introductions, David Avalos. All right, fans, here we go with the WBC Super Welterweight Championship of the World, scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Introducing to you first the challenger on my right, fighting out of the red corner. He enters the ring wearing white trunks with red and green trim, originally from Montreal, Canada, now fighting out of Jersey City, New Jersey. He weighed in at 153 3/4 pounds. His record includes 20 losses with 15 wins, 5 knockouts. He is ranked the number 9 for welterweight contender by the WBC. Please welcome tonight's challenger, known as Lightning, Joe Gatti. And his opponent across the ring. On my left, fighting out of the blue corner, the defending champion, entering the ring with white trunks and red trim. Fighting out of First Fighters Squadron in Campo, California, by way of Lubbock, Texas. He weighed in at 153 1/2 pounds with an outstanding record of 35 wins, 3 losses, 21 wins coming by way of knockout. Tonight, making his 10th defense of his title, please welcome one of the young superstars of boxing today, the defending WBC Super Welterweight Champion of the World, Terry Norris. Once again, he is your referee in charge, David Avalos.
Okay, you have both already received your instructions. Remember, obey my commands at all times. Protect yourselves at all times. Shake hands. Return to your corners.
All right, so we're just about set to go. Bob Sheridan on the Don King Network. Hope you're enjoying it. This is 12 rounds. At stake, the WBC Super Welterweight Championship of the World. Terry Norris and Joe Gatti. Gatti from Montreal, Canada, now fighting out of Jersey City, New Jersey. Moved down a few years ago so that he could get better opponents to fight on a regular basis in the New York City, Jersey City area. Joe Gatti goes with a looping right hand, and Terry ducks under it and answers with a left hook of his own. This is round 1. It's scheduled for 12. Terry Norris in those kind of patented white and red trunks. Joe Gatti with the white trunks and kind of the Italian flag trim on it, I suppose. Joe would make a big mistake to mix it up too soon with Terry Norris. And Norris, a very heavy puncher. You get inside, you can get nailed in a big hurry. Although Gatti has got to be in tremendous shape, the best shape of his life to go against a world champion. Terry's 35 3 with 20.
Don't pull back.
1 KOs in his 35 wins.
Push us back down.
Joe Gatti 20 2 with 15 KOs in his 20 wins. Gatti hasn't fought anything like this. Big left hook, catches him, and down goes Joe. The count's up to 3 and 4 and 5. A real good left hook caught Joe, and down he went. I'm not sure he knows exactly where he is. He's still wobbling on his leg. He tells him he's all right, but in comes Terry Norris. He caught him with a big left hook, and Terry will be looking to finish it again. Another left hook. Terry unloading, and that's it. It's all over. Through the ropes goes Joe Gatti. It'll be scored as a first round knockout. Norris comes over and taunts the corner of Lightning Joe Gatti. Well, Lightning struck Joe Gatti in the first round as Terry Norris punished him with lefts and rights after Gatti went through the ropes. The referee stopped the fight, didn't even bother to count. It'll be scored as a first round TKO. We'll have the official time momentarily for you.
No, you're all right.
It came at 1:28 like a bolt out of the blue. At first was a left hook that sent him to the canvas. And then the referee made some serious haste to get in there and stop the fight, because at that stage, Terry Norris was too much for Joe Gatti. He was in big trouble as he really got pounded. Norris was very excited, charging across the ring, yelled something at the handlers of Joe Gatti. Joe Gatti had said that he would knock out Terry Norris. Well, needless to say, Terry Norris proved what a tremendous fighter he is, because he just disposed of Joe Gatti. Gatti never even really allowed the guys in the corner to get their seats warm. They didn't have a chance. Joe Gatti really didn't know where he was after the first knockdown. I didn't think. And Terry really jumped on it. He took advantage of it. It came in and really destroyed him. We'll show you the knockdown first here. This is the first knockdown of the fight. It's a left hook. You see, inside comes Norris, and there it is, right on the button. And down goes Gatti. And while Gatti gets up, he's still not clear. His eyes aren't clear. His legs aren't clear, and he's not really responsive. And the champ realized it. He catches him with a light left and a heavy left, straight right hand, left hook to the ear. And at this stage, the referee has said it's all over. And Joe Gatti is done. The way Gatti reacted, he may have a broken nose, as you see him holding up there, because it was a straight right hand that came through. A punishing shot to the forehead and to the nose area, and it probably broke his nose the way he reacted to it, because he seemed to be in some fairly serious pain.
Okay, Joe. Get him, Joe. Come over here. You got it. Hey, I need you to step back so we get a shot of camera, buddy.
We'll be going inside, I'm sure, to get a interview with Freddie Pacheco momentarily, who will be talking to Terry Norris. Is Terry very, very happy. The crowd would have liked to see a little bit more action, but here's the announcement from Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time, 1 minute, 28 seconds in round number 1. The referee in charge, David Avalos, stops the contest. The winner by way of technical knockout and still champion, terrible, Terry Norris.
Well, there's the official announcement. You got the official time, 1:28 of the first round. Terrible Terry Norris, you don't want to claim that pound-for-pound title. He's doing a pretty good job, because now he's knocked out 5 of his last 5 opponents in less than 4 rounds. That's some pretty good boxing. I mean, Joe Gatti was a worthy opponent. He was 20-2 coming in here. A lot of people thought he had a chance to maybe lift the title from Terry Norris. A guy with 15 knockouts and 20 fights is not a bad record. Coming up, Pernell Whitaker and Julio Cesar Chavez. So we have seen some interesting boxing so far tonight, as Azuma Nelson and Jesse James Leija opened the show with the WBC Super Featherweight Championship. That was called a split decision draw, although I thought that Azuma Nelson clearly won the fight. The judges all disagree with each other. One saw it as a draw, one saw Nelson winning, and the Texas judge saw Leija winning the fight. This one, Terry Norris wasn't leaving it to any judges. And now it looks like Freddie Pacheco is up talking to Terry Norris, and I don't know if we're going to have the ability to hear what they're saying or not. Here we go.
Something at the weigh-in, and I just took it out on him tonight.
Did you say welcome to big-time boxing as he was going down that lane?
Well, I should have, because he's initiated.
Welcome and goodbye.
Yeah.
Well, I think he thought he would land a couple of hard shots. You defended him very well. The first good shot you landed was the end of the fight.
Well, the real good shot that I landed was a good hook. Caught him off. He was on my neck, trying to throw some body shots or whatever. And I came up. When he dropped his hand, I noticed he had dropped his hand. Caught him with a good left hook, right on the chin area, and dropped him.
Yeah,
and then that finished.
The second was almost needless punishment, because I don't think he could have stood up by himself for very long.
Really, I think it should have been over with, because you know, he was hurt. He didn't know where he was at, and I just put a little more punishment on him.
All right, Don King took a lot of trouble to have a very big press conference in New York announcing all the middleweights going to get together and all of them going to fight. Is this the first stage? Or
This is the first one. This was the first match of the middleweight series. Now Terry goes on to the second phase with Simon Brown.
What time?
We're going to go right on down the line. We're going to keep them all fighting. Julian Jackson, Reggie Johnson. If Reggie Johnson get by, it's mandatory with that guy, you know. And so it's going to, whatever, John David Jackson. So we're going to seriously start. He started it out with a bang. And we're looking for more and better, exciting things on Showtime and King Vision SEC.
All right, one quick word from an excellent manager, Joe Adams. You got to be satisfied.
Oh, we're perfectly satisfied. The focus was there. You could see that. Come in, dropped him, and then didn't get too anxious. Went in and just